he says he could care less about answering for Sergeant Curlytail. But if you really want to make a complaint, then the person you speak to, they're on their way, and he points into the distance past Laker and the Roadhog on the motorbike. And you can just make out further down the line of these tracks, there's some sort of vehicle approaching. And he says, the witch will be on her way because we were supposed to have this. He's talking an awful lot, given him a little comeback. The witch will be here soon. We were supposed to have this ready for him.
Well, it's considering we're using up all of our move and standard and minor of my actions for this, I'm going to go ahead and carry on through the whole conversation.
It's only because of using your standard action you can do a move and a minor.
Oh, I don't know. I think I may have to dip into those. But what I'm going to say is that
he's giving you a location anyway.
Yes, and I'm going to say, in that case, maybe you fellows ought to get back to work before she gets here. Or she's going to be as mad at you as she will be with us.
If you are any good at reading Badger body language, you might be able to determine that he's thinking about that. But,
okay. I know I don't get another roll or anything like that. I just thought I would close the loop on that little dialogue.
But they should definitely respond to roles and situations. So, I'm reminded of something I saw someone say online, which is that his players all looked like he was insane when he had characters they've intimidated previously continue to be intimidated when they see them again.
Yeah.
Right. Geiger, it is your turn.
Distances.
Distances. There is a badder
Give me some
who
squares.
has been engaging in badinage.
You didn't.
I did. He's 7 squares to your north. There is a dabber who has been knocked back on his feet by terrifying telekinetic waves. He is a long way away. He is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 squares to your east.
That's true.
And there is a pig on a motorcycle, and he is 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6 squares away from you, slightly to the east and the southeast.
How many squares away is Leica from Geiger right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One little shift, and she'll benefit from your boldness, right?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, and also shout, "Don't you dare trying to hurt her!" to the worker on the bike, and just to drive that in, I make one of those gazes that kill. My eyes shine a greenish, sickly light. If there are any Geiger counters in the nearby, they go absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And I attack him with my radiation eyes.
Oh, okay. Are you doing a shift first, so that you're slightly closer to later?
Yes, we do the shift, of course.
Okay.
It's like a step and then...
right, that's right. Uh-huh.
And you are going to irradiate a roadhog. Okay, cool.
Yes.
You're going to fry that hog.
Exactly. So, it's against fortitude. And my attack is 5, so 20 against fortitude.
Okay, that's enough to hit him.
Okay. And the damage is... Ooh, nice. So it's 16, and he gets -2 to all his defenses until the end of my next turn.
Wow, you guys do way more damage than I do on anything.
That was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Geiger
is full of surprises.
Twice my level.
Right?
I am slightly sad that it wasn't 2 more, but that's fine. Okay. he was in the middle of doing a wheelie on his bicycle.
No!
And gets hit. And it sounds like you probably burnt a horrible hole through his shoulder or something. He's very happy about this.
And is this where Leica gets a free action?
And I also add, since I didn't do my minor action, I add a little comment just for color. Cowabunga, motherfucker!
Ah, okay. Something tells me you got like lots of weird memory tapes to watch, mostly action movies from the 80s.
That was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I feel tempted to broadcast that because I assume that my alpha mutation still is going to the benefit of all the market.
Oh no! The radio head is emitting.
So,
yes.
Very nice. Although
we may have some serious
explaining
to do.
Let's say the redhead is admitting. Although, as I recall, you rolled a 1 on your last go. You forgot to do anything about it. So you should have an alpha flux, and therefore probably have a new power in the moment.
Yes. Okay. So it has an effect anyway. Then I unfortunately couldn't do that.
Well, let's say that happens, and then we'll alpha flux you in a minute. So you don't get an attack because that's a different power that Fuzio's character has. Which doesn't like this one, does it? So the Roadhog is there. Geiger's gone. Okay. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. And Alpha Flux, Leica's character, Leica, who I believe, therefore, Tazio, could you, unless you have created your own, Tazio, could you draw a card from the deck? If you happen to
I think it happens after the encounter.
When you roll a natural 1, which you did earlier, then you get a new one straight away in the middle of combat in a
only one
weird and crazy way.
New alpha mutation. Aha!
Can't see it. What is it?
It's adaptive resistance.
Ah, good old adaptive resistance.
They got last time.
Okay.
So it's triggered when you take damage, and you gain resist 10 to the damage type of the triggering attack while this card is ready.
And it's an interruptive, which is absolutely overpowered and enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
you can even overcharge it to become immune to that damage type.
Because that always goes well.
Make all my characters very sad.
A 50-50 chance that works.
We've got a better than 50-50 chance on it. A 10 or more. So, right. So that was Geiger's turn. Which makes it the end of the round. We loop back round to.
Doesn't Leica get that free action?
That's a different power that.
That's right.
Geiger
He didn't
has,
use the
so
bolus. He used the eye blast. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. In a terrifying and scary way. Imagine. So we loop back round, and it is the turn of the Dabber, the raccoon, in the picture in proper army fatigues and with a rifle. They are going to do the obvious thing, which is shoot back at Leica since she shot at them. Blasted him off his feet with a force blast. So, yes. So he's going to do that, which is just a shot. So, that's going to help. However, he only gets a 17 versus AC. No, a 19 versus AC. That's not enough to hit. So
failed. Failed to hit me.
And then he dives back into cover, kind of back where he was previously. Not back. Right, so that's what he does. The Badder is thinking about what he's going to do because he's had a nice, interesting conversation since last evening.
Because I know that if I don't get some, I'm thinking very. I wonder if we should just go all the way, and I should go over with my 18 strength and get my fingers underneath that structure and just tip it over.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Well, yeah, except that I think then we would have a hard cut to all of us hanging upside down in chains. But you know,
I would deny you to knowing you.
Yeah.
He says, "I can't take the blame for all this damage you've done. I'm going to have to at least show that I'm trying to stop you." And he's running over and attacking you with a mace.
Oh.
Oh, no. You got the information you wanted.
I did. No,
and then
we're in a
get
fight.
in trouble with his boss.
Can't talk my way out of a fight that I started. I get that. Okay.
So he moves up to you and he gets in your face with a spiky club thing. He's not going to hit you probably. Oh, I don't know. 21 versus AC.
Ouch. And he also has combat advantage. Don't forget that.
He doesn't because that ended at the beginning of his turn.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll put him for that. He doesn't. Rubbish roll. He does 4 physical damage to you, so it doesn't have any effect at all.
Nope. Boink. I keep getting anybody who comes up and just pummels me. I end up just sort of shrugging it off.
So he looks somewhat disheartened by that.
That's right.
You can almost see him sighing that he knows what's coming next. Like a cartoon character who's just walked off a cliff. Right. Laker, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Yes. What would I like to do? Tell me about how those two are feeling and how close they are to me.
So there is a raccoon with a rifle, and he is 5 squares away from you, partly in cover. There is a angry roadhog on a motorbike, and he is 2, 3, 4. He's also 5 squares away from you to the south.
And he has the fences down a little.
And then there's the badder who is standing next to Okma, awaiting his fate, I suspect, and he is about 5 squares away from you to the west.
I do find that rifle irritating, but I must admit I find the motorcycle more irritating, so I'm going to go for that one. And I'm going to... So I would have to switch weapons, because I assume I never put away my knives, but I want my frisbee now.
Okay. It's a minor action to take out a new weapon. Yeah.
As he's 5 squares away, I don't have to move right now. So I'm just going to see if I can hit him.
Okay.
Ouch. 12. That probably will not hit his AC.
It doesn't quite hit his AC, even though his AC is 2 less. So I'm afraid you... I imagine the moving target was difficult to hit.
Yeah, it's a pity. But I have another one. Next time.
Okay.
In that case, I may want to look around and see if I can move into some cover that at least...
Go jump behind the bin with the raccoon. Hi there.
If he tries to come at me.
Okay.
Like a little stone or something in the way. Preferably a little bigger stone.
1, 2, 3, 5. I don't have any stones marked on my map. You could probably take cover behind one of the pillars holding up the metal structure, which would give you partial cover. You'd need, but you would be quite a bit closer to the badder that is. Well, it may not be a problem. You'd be a bit closer to the badder that is next to Opera if you did that.
Yeah, let's play a little bit hide and seek.
Okay.
I'll move there.
I'll put you there.